Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Jonas back at it again with a new video here. Today we're gonna be looking at the new designer notes for year 4 season 1, which had just been released on Twitter a few hours ago by Ubisoft themselves, and I'm gonna be reading these to you guys, and I'm just gonna talk about a little bit about my opinions here. Well, we're gonna start up. So at the top of all this obviously says year 4 season 1 designer notes preseason. And they start off with, we have a few changes that will have an impact on gameplay. We're currently in the process of making tweaks and adjustments to some of the high impact operators while we continue reworks for the operators like the line in the background. These changes will come with the year 4 season 1 patch and will be available on the year 4 season 1 test server. Please note that not all changes are final, and we will monitor feedback during the test server. So they basically tell us that this is what they're gonna have in plan, this is what they're looking to do, and they're not sure how they're gonna do it yet, and they're gonna see if the feedback from us, if we're actually alright with the things they do. We'll start off here with Ash with one of the probably most controversial things they could have done, which is remove the ACOG from the R4-C. And they start off with saying that Ash is a very popular operator. She's very strong within balancing the team. We are challenging whether or not all attackers have ACOGs by default, and feel as if Ash is a great place to learn what impact the removal of attacking ACOGs will have. Also, her R4-C is currently picked 99% of the time, and it should help balance her weapon pick rate a bit more. I mean, yeah, I can see where they're coming from. Also, I'm kind of sad about it, but I'm not gonna use the G3060. Like, there's no way on earth I'm gonna use that gun. But yeah, next we're going about Maverick here. And they're gonna increase the swap time from the blowtorch to weapons. So basically it takes longer to swap from a weapon if you're on the blowtorch, or the other way around. And they say his ability to quietly make a hole in a reinforced wall and quickly swap to a weapon to punish defenders is difficult to counter, so we will be increasing the amount of time it will take for him to swap from the blowtorch to a weapon. We investigated making the sound louder, but that will require audio work we cannot complete right now, and is therefore on the backlog of potential future changes, which they're telling us they're being too lazy to fix the audio issues. That's kind of weird, but alright. Now we're going over to DogKB now. It's not one of my favorite operators before. I actually kind of hate her, but I think the changes are good. They say that after 18 seconds, phone calls from DogKB will automatically hang up. My English, sorry. So that's a good change, actually, in my opinion, because you know, if you're in a 1v5 or 1v3 and you don't have any time to do that, to turn off your phone, and the attacker's just gonna hear you all the time. So I think that's a really good change right there. I think that is really helpful. Also, if you're gonna be in a range of a mute jammer, you are not gonna be called, or the call is not gonna be displayed for you. It's just gonna be like, I don't know, lying. And walking into the range of a mute jammer as well while you're being called already is gonna turn off the call, which is kind of cool as well. Now Capitao is getting a buff and a nerf both in once. The effect size of his blowtorch, of his, I don't know what it's called, asphyxiating bolts, so they're fire bolts, is gonna be increased, but the damage per second is gonna be lowered from 19 to 12, or tick as they call it, which is their time unit, I guess. Yeah, they're saying we're introducing an improved propagation system that will make the area of effect not go through objects, which is kind of cool, actually. Really helpful. We have been working with this new version for a long time, and finally we are able to see it in action with Capitao's asphyxiating bolts. I'm sorry for my bad English again. This new system allows us to improve the area effect and consequently to reduce the damage inflicted by the bolts. With these changes, we want to shift Capitao back to his original intention, which is that of an area denial operator. Currently, his asphyxiating bolts are being used almost like a frag grenade, so the damage reduction and area of effect increase should reduce the viability of the asphyxiating bolts being used as frag grenades. So basically, taking out operators in difficult spots and stuff like that. I can see where they're coming from, actually. We're gonna be going over to Clash now. They're gonna be removing her muzzle brake, which is, as they say, the worst barrel in every choice for her. So I respect that. I respect that. I don't have a problem with that. Now my boy Legion is gonna get nerfed as well. Started just playing him, so I'm kind of sad about that actually. But I mean, they do him. I can change it anyways. So the Legion goo mine damage, so basically the damage per second is gonna be removed, or no, it's gonna be lowered from 8 to 4. Sorry, which is a big nerf actually. That's half the damage. That's kind of a lot actually. And then they just say Legion is currently very strong, and we believe that it has to do with the total amount of damage that goo mines can inflict to players, combined with the preventing of sprint and diffuser planting actions. In order to minimize that, we are reducing the amount of damage that a single goo mine can do each tick. So yeah, they just feel like Legion is too OP in the current meta. There's not really much to talk about that. I can agree with that. He has a good gun. The 10 on start is kind of OP, the 10 damage on start. And yeah, I don't see a problem there. Now, there's a weird change here with breaching charges. That they now do only 50 damage instead of the 150 they did before. And that the damage area is going to be increased on the side of the defender, so basically on the other side of the wall. They're also going to be deployed faster. And the lethal area, so the area and the breaching charge can actually kill you, is gonna be decreased, which is alright. It's understandable. Yeah, I mean, I don't see it, but okay, it makes sense when you think about it. Now we're going to a section they call current status, so they just talk about some plans they have or some future things they're gonna add. And then there's the first section is deployable shield. We are reworking the deployable shield, which has always been difficult to place properly and also offered very little insight into whether or not your body was protected. We are reworking how the deployable shield functions and also how it is used within game. Yeah, alright, I mean, I don't ever use them anyway, so I don't know, dude. Seems like an alright choice to me. Now, shield operators have been a big issue in the last time with the Q&E spamming bugs, and you couldn't really counter them out at all, which is, well, unfortunate. So they say about that, we are aware that the current play style for ballistic shields heavily favors direct gunfights instead of teamwork and tactical positioning. We are looking to address it by slowing down the speed of aiming down sights while having a shield equipped. Yeah, alright. Seems logical to me. I mean, that actually gives the defender a choice to, well, fight against it. Especially on consoles, you can't do much against shields at all because, well, you don't have the recoil control to just spray at that little piece of feed down there. It's alright, it's good. Now, Lion is gonna be revealed in like a few days in the 6th invite, and like Saturday or Sunday, which are the 16th and 17th of February, I think. Yeah, and that's the same thing they say here. They just say, as mentioned in the intro and in the designer notes from year 3, season 4.2, the Lion rework is in progress. More details at the 6th invitational. Now, my boy Glass, haven't had him seen being played a lot in lately. But I feel like, yeah, that's the same thing they say here. He has been more of an entry fragger lately. You can especially see that in Pro League. Just the fact that he can run through smoke and actually see through that is kind of broken. They address that as well here. They say, we want to bring Glass back to the original intention of being able to hold an angle or corridor and lock it down without becoming a very strong entry fragger. So basically just bringing him back to actually aiming down at diffusers or just securing angles. Which is really cool, which is really bringing back the game to where it's supposed to be, which I really do appreciate. They just say, we recognize, and then last Blitz, of course, the biggest issue in Siege right now, the operator everyone hates. And they say, we recognize that Blitz is one of the more frustrating operators to play against. Increasing the amount of time required for him to aim down sights with his pistol is one of the ways we hope to alleviate this. Additionally, we explored increasing the cooldown of his ability and tweaking how he detects flashes. But both of these changes will require extensive audio code work, and are therefore on the backlog to look in for the future. So they're basically telling us they're too lazy to adjust the codes to where the game is actually balanced again. I don't know how that works out. I don't know about coding or nothing, so I'm gonna just take that from their word for real. And if they say that's a lot of work, I guess that is. I mean, yeah, I can see that probably. I mean, I don't know about these changes, dude. R4-C is really something I'm going to talk about in another video. I just have to get some time to think about that and just to take that in, because I just, well, saw that and was like, wait, what? But yeah, that's about it, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna make another video on the actual patch notes later on when they will be released after the invite. And until then, hope you guys have a good time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.